Hello, Alicia.
Why do you have to be such a d***?
How are we already starting like this, Alicia?
Alicia, hold on. I need to refresh everybody's memory with what happened, okay? You first came on the show because an ex-boyfriend came back into your life and asked you out to dinner, and you weren't sure if you should tell your husband or not that you agreed to go out with him. He wanted to take you to...
No, I wasn't going to tell my husband, and
Right.
it wasn't a big deal until you guys made it a big deal.
Right.
Oh, right.
So you came on the show, asked us for our advice, and then your husband heard that on the show and then emailed us so that he could call you in an awkward Tuesday phone call. He got you on the phone, and then this happened.
I never should have called you guys in the first place. Never.
You know what, Alicia, you're actually right. Well, you never should have lied to your husband in the first place.
Yeah,
and then none of these phone calls...
Lie to my husband!
Oh, my God.
So,
my God.
Alicia, after being on the show, yelling at us twice, saying that we were horrible people, and then hanging up on us both times, why are you back on the show today?
Because after all the bullshit you guys put on the radio, and I don't know how you did all this editing to make me sound like a jerk, my friends and family are like, you're kind of a bad person. And I'm not a bad person. I'm calling to freaking set the record straight.
Alicia, you remember that you actually went out with your ex-boyfriend, lied to your husband, told him that you were going to see your girlfriends, and
I
then...
didn't lie. I just didn't tell him because I didn't want him to get upset. How many times do I have to tell you this?
All right.
So you're angry with us, and you want to come back on the show and just yell at us some more? Is that what's going on?
Well, I want to set the record straight. I want you to call the guy that I went out with, Brad, and because now my husband thinks something else happened. Because all of the crap that you put on the radio and you made me come off bad in your editing, now my husband is questioning whether or not I hooked up with this guy, which I absolutely did not. And I want you to talk to Brad.
Okay, Alicia, we didn't edit those like crazy to make you sound, bad.
Whatever. I don't know. Look, I just know what reality TV does to people, and I'm pretty certain you do the same
All right.
thing.
Oh my
So
God, that's
you want
not-
to do a second date update with the guy that you went out with.
No, see, this is why you're a No, I'm not doing a second date update. It wasn't a date.
Okay, but the segment that we're doing right now is called a second date update.
Then I want to be on a different segment.
No, well, this is where we can fit you on. Do you want to clear the air or not?
I want to clear the air, but it wasn't a friggin' date.
Okay.
Yeah, but remember,
Well,
Alicia, you told us that your ex actually hit on you at the restaurant.
Yeah, maybe it was a date to him, but it wasn't a date to me.
okay, so then we'll do it in a second date update. You get your point out no matter what.
This is just whatever.
Alicia,
Fine.
you'll get your point out no matter what, all right? So what do you want to do then? You want to call this guy, and what are you hoping to get out of it?
I'm not the bad